My mother was the youngest daughter of a very prominent Filipino family, the Castillos, and they're from a province called Pangasinan, north of Manila. And her father was the largest landowner in Pangasinan. So my mother married my father, who was a naval officer, came to the U.S. to raise three boys, and didn't tell any of us anything about her background. And so once he made that declaration, there was the most prominent opposition leader in the Philippines was a man named Benigno Aquino. Benigno Aquino made his announcement that he was going to fly back. His flight was very well known. The plane lands. A military guard of like six soldiers and an officer come on board the plane to take him into arrest and put him in prison. So he was at the top of the stairs when someone put a gun to his head and shot him. The Philippines break into this tremendous frenzy of mourning. They have an open casket funeral. And that summer was the summer after my sophomore year at Yale. I called my mother on the phone, and there's something really odd. I said, I've been reading this article, and the other opposition leader who went to the airport to meet up with Aquino, I said, his name is Salvador Laurel. And I said, that name sounds really familiar. And my mother said, oh yeah, that's your uncle. During the elections, I was an election observer. The enormity of the scale and degree and various methods for cheating started to dawn on me, and suddenly I realized he is going to cheat on a vast scale and engineer this election for himself, and that's not fair. And so the opposition is scrambling, trying to figure out how we're going to stop this. My aunt, this grande dame, white-haired, jewelry and everything, she's cluttering down the steps, this big spiral staircase. She's cluttering down these steps in her high heels and everything, and she's like, big scoop, big scoop. I remember her going, big scoop. And I was like, what? She said, the Minister of Defense and the head of the Armed Forces are defecting. We hold that these results are not constitutionally valid, and we are calling for the people of the Philippines to protect us and the soldiers who we are calling to our cause. They called on the entire armed forces to follow their orders and not uphold the presidency. And so what resulted was essentially a 3-day civil war. And so overnight, 3 million people showed up. And, everybody that night was just, everybody's both thrilled, excited, scared out of their wits. Here I am, I'm 22 years old at this point, and I'm just realized this is my baptism of fire.